friends, and welcome to a brand new episode of the First and Last podcast, featuring your friends, Joe, and my friends, Jimmy.
What? Hey. Family, friends, what are we doing?
And Michelle.
Hey.
I forget how we do the intro, so I used friends maybe 15 times in that intro. I'll bleep out some of them, not bleep, but I'll just replace the word friends with family or pals, just so that
It's be weird edited in.
Yeah, just so that it sounds different.
All right. Cool.
I forgot we also have our friend Olive with us.
Yeah.
She'll be here chiming in the background.
Oh my gosh.
But hopefully we'll chill out in a second. So again, we don't have Josh this week. He's sorely missed. R.I.P. Never forgotten, always forgiven.
Huh. That's probably kind of true.
I think we'll leave it at that. So yeah, welcome back, Michelle. It's been
a while.
Been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what your last episode was?
I think my last episode was Pretty Little Liars, which was very early on.
That's
very
been a
early
minute.
FNL canon.
Really? I feel like there was one afterwards where there were 4 or 5 of us there.
Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Good memory.
Good call.
Mm-hmm.
That couldn't have been that
That was
long
not
ago.
that long ago, but
Oh yeah, because you guys were watching the finale live with us.
right, yeah. That was very exciting.
And we're both bawling at the
It
finale.
was very emotional.
I teared a little bit. It's so good. I'm trying to find which episode
Tears
that was.
from crying.
I should have done my, background research and been like, I was on these episodes.
Mhm.
Those are all you need to listen to.
These are how many points I scored.
I tend to do pretty well, but I probably just jinxed myself.
You have a touch for knowing what's going to happen in the finale.
We definitely have not had that lately, so
Oh, a touch for the endings.
we've been out of touch
Mm.
with these shows.
Hopefully I'll get us back on track.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to need that good mojo for the rest of the season, I think.
Yeah, especially if we're gonna beat Josh. If Josh is gone for 2 weeks and we don't score any points,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so upset with
We'll
myself.
Just make up an excuse for him to be gone next week, or just record some time without him and just try to get episodes going.
I thought you weren't back yet.
Yeah. Try to watch an easy show or something that's predictable. Anyways, so yeah, this is the First and Last podcast. Jimmy, do you want to remind Michelle how this show works?
Yeah.
Since it's been so long.
Yeah, she probably doesn't even remember
No.
that we watched the pilot of a show, otherwise known as the first, and then we will talk about it and discuss and make predictions that are 100% accurate.
Mm-hmm.
And no one who, happened upon our show, who clicked on the episode because, they love Seinfeld or whatever, is at all mad at us for getting everything wrong
Mm-hmm.
and not knowing, all the intricacies of the characters and why certain people are boning certain people.
Exactly.
That seems very strange.
Yeah. No one's ever mad on the internet, for sure.
Never have been.
Doesn't sound like the internet that I know.
It's just such a free and open space to share
Yeah.
your thoughts.
It's a marketplace of ideas.
It's a true safe space.
Oh, man. You think Al Gore had all this in mind when he was inventing?
When he invented the internet.
So anyway, then we watched the series finale.
Is that why they call it the algorithm?
Oh, the Al Gore-ism. Man, it's a conspiracy. Wow.
We're just
You heard
living
it
in a
here first.
simulation.
Or probably not at all first. But you heard it here last.
Yeah.
We did it. Said the thing. Yeah. And so the show today, or do we have a bit Does someone?
Do we have a bit?
You have a bit?
A little small talk.
Sometimes we have a bit.
How's that weather? It's windy today, huh?
Oh, it was awful.
Real windy.
It was horrible.
It's terrible. Yeah.
It was supposed to be like the nicest day ever. And I walked outside and it was just a frozen tundra of wind.
So windy.
It's horrible.
I mean, I haven't been outside today, so like,
Good for you.
I live a very indoor life. Even when it's nice out, I'm very inside.
anti outdoors.
Yeah, I'm an indoor cat.
Very super domesticated.
Yeah, you
though.
can catch me just like laying in a windowsill,
Mm.
licking my fur.
Like you want to get the like heat of the sun, but you don't want to like go out
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
That's too much.
I've definitely had times in like nice summer days where I would like just like take a nap on the couch with the window open. So
Oh,
it's
sure.
like I'm getting that breeze, but like
Yeah.
I'm still just like inside and comfortable.
It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You get the best of both worlds.
Other people are like having fun, kayaking, playing beach volleyball, and I'm just like
snoozing,
just inside.
sleeping the day away.
Yep.
All right. Well,
What are we-
Anyways,
weather.
Speaking
any
of
other
TV.
weather
Weather?
thoughts?
No? What are we watching today?
So there's been a show on the short list for a while that kind of got buried. Kind of forgot about it. I feel a little bit bad, but I guess today's the day, and it is a show that's it's streaming on Hulu. I've not done homework much at all, just because I've not seen it at all. But it's a show that was suggested, and it's called You're the Worst.
oh,
Have you heard of this?
I feel like I've seen like the like title card on Netflix or whatever streaming service it's
Yeah.
on, but like, no, never seen it.
Yeah, it's been on my for you or whatever.
It rings a
Mhm.
bell, but
Mhm.
It's been on there for a while. So this is what was said about it to me that I think you remember, is that it's basically kind of like It's Always Sunny, which I absolutely love, because in that the characters are like really, really terrible people, but it's really, really funny.
Mhm.
all right.
So they're all the worst. It's not just
Yeah.
one person who's the worst.
Yeah, maybe it's we're the worst.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyone seen any of it?
No.
No.
I couldn't even tell you.
From what I've seen of like the title cards, it looked like there was like a couple or something. I feel like I've seen a title card where it's like two people's legs intertwined or something that like seemed vaguely sexy.
Okay. All right.
There'll be some vague sex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe's favorite.
Like, will they, won't they, / are they currently? Is it happening right now?
Oh
We'll never know.
So it ran from 2014 to 2019. I'm trying to see 5 seasons.
Is this like a FX show?
I don't know. I guess it's very possible, just because it's streaming on Hulu and they've got that whole
Oh, yeah.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I literally haven't even looked that far. A quick glance at the cast list was no help. None of these people look familiar to me.
Hmm.
Yeah, sure it's great. I assume they,
Great enough for 5 seasons, right?
yeah, it must good enough for 5 seasons, but to have not heard about it at all while it was on.
It's a secret show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I mean,
Thoughts
like,
on what the
yeah,
show
Michelle,
is?
you know nothing about this show
I
either,
know
right?
nothing. Yeah.
So if we vaguely think it's about a couple and they seem to be the worst, like what would the worst person in the world's job be? Like, what's their occupations? Let's dunk on some occupations right now.
Oh man.
Telemarketers. They're
Okay.
Yeah.
telemarketers.
Debt
Yeah,
collectors,
that's what I was gonna say.
tax collectors.
I don't know, because I'm like struggling to think of something, because when I think of like awful jobs too, it's more of just like that the job is awful and like the people that work that job don't want to do it either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they're like
Bank tellers.
finance bros. Those kind of seem like
yeah,
annoying
something
people.
predatory.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
There we go.
Okay, well,
Vague sex and predatory lending.
Yes.
All right.
this is going to be great.
It's going to be a great show. Can't wait.
Gonna want to hang out with these folks for 5 seasons.
Well, yeah. I mean, so if it's a couple, are they meeting? They work together, or they have the same job? What's the plot here? It's the plot of a show called "You're the Worst."
Okay, here's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a couple.
Mm-hmm.
They like want to get divorced, but it's like too expensive and too much work.
Mm-hmm.
So they just stay together, but are just like angry at each other all the time. So I'm just like, you're the worst.
Yeah,
and
so
they
that's
just,
why it's
like,
you're
move
the
on.
worst?
Yeah. So they're just like to each other, you're the worst. And then things happen around their,
Okay.
cohabitation, but
Mhm.
clearly not an item anymore. That's my prediction.
Okay.
Stay together for the kids.
Or for the worstness. 'Cause there's-
Because you're cheap
Yeah.
or whatever.
If you're the worst, you're probably
It's too
cheap.
hard. Yeah, I like that. I like that because then, you've got there's got to be some like relationship things, plots, right? And then
Mhm.
maybe then at the end they're like, actually maybe we're going to stay together. But no, we're the worst, so we're not.
Mhm.
I don't know. Some will they, won't they?
I think that the worst thing that a person can be is a person who thinks that they're the best.
Mm.
So maybe it's like a couple who thinks that they're like really nice and well liked, and they're just like, best friends and buds to all of the people around them, but really their neighbors and family or whatever all just hate them because they're actually mean. And so maybe this first episode is them like kind of finding this out and realizing that they are the worst and are going to lean into it for 5 seasons.
I find that just as plausible. I'd watch that show.
Yeah.
I've pictured like a lot of scenes of It's Always Sunny while you were talking just then. That's a lot of, or like there's specifically a scene early on where Dennis is trying to seduce Mac's mom. Yeah. And she's like, oh, not interested. And then he tries to go seduce Charlie's mom.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, I don't find you attractive. And he like starts to cry a little bit. Like, I'm an attractive man. Is everyone insane? Anyway, should we watch
Yeah.
this episode that I put away in my pocket? I'm sure it's called Pilot. Episode 1, Pilot.
Prototype.
Prototype. July 17th, 2014. Let's do it.
All right. We'll see you after the first episode. And we're back from the first episode of You're the Worst, entitled Pilot. You guessed it, Pilot. Jimmy, do you have a write-up for the pilot?
Yeah, sure do. Wow, aired to 0.765 million viewers. Jimmy is thrown out of Becky and Vernon's wedding reception. He meets Gretchen, who is running off with one of the couple's gifts. Discovering that they feel the same about long-term love, the two hook up that night, vowing they will never become a conventional couple. Usually Jimmy's conquests are gone by morning, but Gretchen stays and meets Edgar, who is cooking breakfast for Jimmy. Late for work, she gets a ride from Lindsay, who is astonished she had sex with Jimmy. Gretchen gets annoyed with Lindsay and asks to be let out of the car. At work, she finds that rapper Sam Dresden and his pals have wrecked a photographer's studio during a photo shoot. Sam blames her for being late and insists she find him some drugs and make up for it. She returns to Jimmy's house to get her purse and has an argument with Jimmy, which ends with her telling Jimmy the night was a mistake and he was lucky to get her. Later, Edgar tells Jimmy that Gretchen must be special because she spent the night. Jimmy finds that Gretchen has taken his car and calls her. Gretchen is at Ty Weiland's house, apparently, to get drugs for Sam. She has found that Ty is not as attractive as he used to be. She and Jimmy talk and realize they want to see more of each other.
The end.
The end.
That was a thorough write-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Pretty
bad.
much covers it.
Yeah, as with most wiki write-ups, it covered some things that we don't quite know,
Mm-hmm.
like who, like that this guy's name is Tom Weiland,
Mm-hmm.
or who he is. He seems to be some old ex-flame.
Yeah.
But
So it's Jimmy and Gretchen are our main characters, and this is their kind of meet cute in episode form.
meat awful.
Meet awful. But yeah, the concept is that they both have their things that make them terrible, and that they are both cynical about love and relationships, but they somehow come together.
Yeah, they bond over that, over those facts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They're both awful and don't like relationships.
How'd you feel about it?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found the pacing of this episode. I had a hard time getting into it. I wasn't what's gonna happen next? And it wasn't I feel like a lot of sitcoms now are really fast cuts. And it's this thing happens, we cut to this, and this thing happens, and we cut to this, and it keeps me.
The
This
joke
one was
per
a
minute
lot
rate
of-
is high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this one was much slower.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was hooked by the end. I was like, okay, I get this concept. But
Yeah, I should say I was not into it probably the first half.
mm-hmm.
But the second half, then by the end, I was like, okay, yeah, I would like to watch episode 2
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yeah. For me, not for me, I don't think.
All right.
I think, one of the more obvious things is a whole lot of sex in this show.
I
Yeah,
was just gonna say, not vague sex.
yeah,
as
not-
we
not
may
vague.
have tried to
as
predict.
graphic as FX could be.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of sex and a lot of sex humor too.
Mm.
Which is isn't necessarily my bag.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think one of the things that we were talking about Always Sunny earlier, and I was trying to figure out what the difference was that, at least in this pilot, from the vibe that you get from Always Sunny, and I think maybe the core difference for me is that in Always Sunny, the main crew, they're always the butt of the joke. Even though that they are terrible, they're kind of idiots, and the joke is on them.
Right.
Whereas a lot of this is that these two characters, while there are things that they're clearly not in a good spot in both of their lives, they're kind of stunted career wise and emotionally, and obviously those things, but the way that the dialogue runs is they both are kind of smarter than, they're the two smartest people on the show, and they're kind of just ragging on everything, and they're right. But I kind of like to see those types of characters get theirs, I guess.
Yeah.
One of the things I laughed at the most in this was when Gretchen is staying the night, and she they're done hooking up, and she rolls over, and she's all right, good night, and he's wait, you can't stay here. And she's what, I'm gonna sleep, it's fine. And he's I have sleep apnea, I need to sleep with a mask on. And she's it's fine. And he puts the thing on, and it's cumbersome, and he looks funny, and it's those kind of moments where it's
Yeah.
he's this,
Bring him down a peg.
yeah, where he's this guy that's kind of doesn't give a shit and hooks up with chicks and whatever, but he one of the reasons why he doesn't like them to stay over is because he's got this sleep apnea mask that he's embarrassed about. And yeah, it brings him down a peg. I need more of that before I can get into these characters, and maybe there is more of that in further episodes.
Yeah, I mean, in a show called You're the Worst, you'd expect that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You'd hope for that. But yeah, that's a solid point. I now dislike this show.
It's terrible. It changed my mind.
I'm lukewarm.
Mm-hmm.
That guy, so Jimmy apparently is in some things. His name is Chris Gere, I think. And he's in This Is Us, which I've not seen at all. But hey, it's ending this season, so there's this
Stay
year.
tuned.
And then he's in Modern Family, apparently. Probably should pick that show back up. And then Gretchen is in The Boys, that like Amazon superhero show.
Yeah,
I watched the first season of that,
I
but
haven't seen it.
she might be like in the second season or something, because I don't think I even started that. And then she was in Wolf of Wall Street, apparently. Yeah, you're right. So like a lot of sex.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first like joke kind of thing we see is that the wedding has disposable cameras on the tables, like you do, and he's just using them to take dick pics of himself under the table.
He's got like a pile of them at the table that he's just killing all the film on.
Yeah, and it's like, that's probably just a little bit farther of a than a It's Always Sunny joke would be. Just taking dick pics at the table.
Yeah, and because it's his ex-girlfriend's wedding.
Yeah.
That she somehow weirdly invited him to. That's a weird invite.
That is weird, especially if you know that you've got beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like
for trouble.
It doesn't seem like he's like friends with her friends or something. Like,
no, he was not having a good time.
Yeah.
So why is he invited, and why did he come?
Yeah, not only was he invited, but he like accepted and like put the effort in to show up just to like say his piece,
just to
and
have
get
a fight.
thrown out. Yeah,
During the dollar dance, which is great. Yeah, and then lots of weird sex with Gretchen, who they meet outside. She's like, I don't even know. She's trying to bum a cigarette, and he's
like, these are expensive.
Yeah, he's he's uptight and cheap, and she's just like she's worse in like the opposite ways, where she's just like a leech and doesn't give a shit, and he gives too many shits, and is cheap. And then she's stolen a blender, and she's upset because she thought it was a food processor. How did he know what it was? It was wrapped, unless he gave it.
I don't know. I think the joke there is that just like blender is just like a common wedding gift. So it's just like, yeah, this giant box is probably just a blender.
Yeah.
A blender or a toaster.
Like, ah, man. And she just tosses it behind a bush. And then they have weird sex. A lot.
Yeah.
For 20 minutes. Kind of. And then things happen. I mean, so we have Edgar, who's the roommate, but and like he just sold weed to Jimmy in college, and that's how they met. And then there's a little boy
Yeah,
who apparently just moved in from across the street. I'm excited about that. I could see that being fun. So like this little boy, his name is Killian. He's literally still got a suitcase with him, just rolling around.
Yeah.
He's like, I just moved in.
He's maybe like 11 or 12, would you guess?
I was gonna say early. Early double digits.
It's Hollywood, so he's probably like 18.
Yeah. He's like 21 when he's playing a 12-year-old.
Man, I've been watching AP Bio. We should probably do that because it's been canceled apparently.
Oh yeah.
So we could do that. I'm bummed about that. But yeah, speaking of It's Always Sunny, I found that out by listening to their podcast. But it's all about like, he's teaching high school kids, and I don't even know why I looked, but I was just like, I wonder how old these kids are, because it's been like the same year over 4 seasons. It's been like the same school year, and like the first girl I looked up, who's like in the front row in the class, is like 28 or something, like way older than she's supposed to be.
They do 1 year over 4 seasons.
Yeah, it seems like it's all just been like hardly any time has passed since the first day.
I guess that makes sense then if they have adults that are playing these kids then, because they're not gonna change anymore.
Oh yeah, well that's a good point. So maybe Killian will look I'm hoping he's in the finale. I've got predictions. Maybe he'll look exactly the same because he's 29 years old.
It's just how he looks now.
But yeah, so he's like he asks Jimmy if he wants to hang out, and Jimmy goes into this whole
like tirade about being an adult.
Which is, did we say Jimmy's British? I do think that's an important part of this.
It's a key part of his character. He's British.
It is. Yeah. He leans into it.
Oh yeah, because then he's like ranting about something, and then Killian is like, "Oh, it's okay. Like, so and so is gay," or I can't remember. Like somebody he knows is gay. He's like, "I'm not gay. I'm British." I was like, okay.
And then Jimmy tells him to get out, and Killian's like, "My dad has all these video games." He's like, "Okay, come over at 8." And then later in the episode, they're playing video games, and it's a great little payoff for that little scene. I really want some more of that.
Yeah, that's a nice little element. Just this kid, because again, this kid can kind of put an adult in his place, and not even in like a cute, smarmy kid way. It's just sort of like, I don't know, like this kid just seems like a normal kid, but in the context of this TV show, he can just kind of be like, "Yeah, you guys are weird."
Yeah, that's kind of great. Mm-hmm. Is he gonna be like the straight man?
Yeah, he's kind of the weird straight man, except he's 12.
The reality in this. Yeah. How true. What else?
I guess the only thing to talk about is like they hook up this first night, and like they clearly have like some chemistry, but they're treating it. I mean, it's cached within the scenario of they know that this is not a thing. Like it's just a one night stand. They kind of have this agreement. Mm-hmm. And then it comes back together in the end where he calls her because she has his car because she stole it. But they end up talking, and then like they just kind of have like a weird conversation about like he's like saying he has a foot fetish and stuff. Again, it like leads back to like sex jokes.
Right.
But the point of that like scene is that they, kind of realize that there is something to this chemistry, and maybe it's worth a shot, and like worst case scenario, they never believed in love anyway. So it's like they both kind of have this, like the way it's shot is kind of cool because they're both on the phone, but it's like side by side split screen. Mm-hmm. And then you can kind of see the moment where they're both like, maybe this could work, and they kind of have this smile on their face. So it's like kind of a weird little sweet moment that I didn't really expect in like a show like this. But
yeah, I think that's where it had me is that they turn it and make it like endearing all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Where they're like talking about him having a foot fetish, which does not seem like it's true. It seems like it's all a joke, and she's like trying to give him some foot phone, as it's called on the dark web.
Yeah.
You got to get real dark, real deep to get to the foot phone web.
Footphone.com.
Gross. But so yeah, and she's like already thinking about him because she ends up with this guy, this like ex-flame guy, just because she's trying to get cocaine for her. She works for some record label, and one of her artists, or the artist she's maybe in charge of, is going nuts and asks for cocaine, and she knows that this guy has cocaine. So she hooks up with them, and she's trying to talk to him about horrible things she's done, like she just did with Jimmy the night before. And she was really into it, and he was like, "No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
You're awful. It's a horrible thing." And so then when Jimmy calls her, she's like, "Oh man, like it's all happening." The end.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of nice in that way. And then like it's like I kind of think about that. That's not that is like a common thing that like it's not just because they are so cynical about relationships and stuff that they're making this connection and just being like, let's just see where this goes. Like that's pretty much how all relationships go or start, right? It's like you don't really know at the start. Like you're just kind of like, I don't know, I like this person, let's keep hanging out and see. So even though they're like so like cynical about this, and they're just like, oh, whatever, we don't really do this. Like, that's how just like all relationships are. Like, no one dives in and just goes like, I'm so in love. This is it.
That's how you know you're about to die.
Yeah.
If that's
You're about to be murdered for sure.
We are in this for the long haul.
you're in this for life.
Doing this forever.
Michelle did tell me she was gonna kill people.
Yeah.
Whoa. Hey now.
No, I guess you
There's
didn't
a
say,
lot of backstory.
See, there's-
you didn't
and
say you were going to kill people.
Those
That's
people
fine.
died of natural reasons. Nothing's been proven.
I'm never going to be allowed on this podcast. We're going to
'Cause
stop
you're
recording.
going to jail for
And
all
there's
the
going to be
murders.
police at our door.
Yeah, this is gonna be entered into evidence. So if you've ever wronged Michelle, hide
Watch
out.
out.
Yeah, don't.
You're on her list. Just checking off names.
Yep,
Call me Arya Stark.
you're next.
Oh yeah. I was thinking of Mac's dad from It's Always Sunny. I'm really stuck on that comparison.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
what do we
Do we
think is
got-
going to
we
happen
got-
next?
predictions. Oh, I had one quick thing. Pull up your predictions, and I'll talk about Stephen Falk,
Oh yeah.
who's
this
the
guy?
creator of this. He was the creator, writer, producer of Weeds, writer of Weeds, and of Orange is the New Black.
Mm.
Oh,
Are the big ones that I can see here.
the Orangeman.
The Orange Man.
Yep, that's what they call him. What do you got? Who's got predictions?
I do. Okay,
Awesome.
so I think Jimmy and Gretchen are going to get married in this last episode.
Okay.
Mhm.
And the minister is going to be Edgar.
Okay,
Edgar is going to
man.
officiate this wedding.
that's nice.
And
Good
then,
for Edgar.
on a lighter note, someone will wear a funny hat.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Just going for easy points.
Well,
Well, yeah.
That's not
if it's
easy
a hat,
points.
but it's not very funny, it's like not a point.
we'll see.
All right. All right.
The jury will decide if the
Okay.
time comes.
It's got to be a pretty funny hat.
That's all I got.
Oh, okay.
That's 3.
Oh, was that 3?
I had 3 predictions, yeah. Well, I guess 2 were about the wedding, but
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Duh. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
I can go. In this first episode, Gretchen didn't have a driver's license because it's just one of her things that she's
Mm-hmm.
like not quite set up
she
yet
said she
as
has
an
a
adult.
DUI.
Oh,
Mhm.
was that? I missed that.
She said that it was pretty early on.
Okay. So I think that in this finale she has a driver's license. I think that's her one small bit of like character growth is she has a driver's license now.
how are we going to know that? our proof?
She's like driving a car and
Great.
says, "I'm doing this legally."
Great. Can't wait. Can't wait for that moment.
One thing that we hadn't mentioned was like one of the like small character bits is that like Jimmy wrote a book that apparently is like very unsuccessful.
Oh, right.
And he's got like just piles of the book laying around.
Mhm.
So I think Jimmy's wrote a new book. I don't know if it's successful or not, but I think he's written a new book.
Okay.
What's the name of Jimmy's kid neighbor?
Killian.
Killian. I think Killian is just like a little butt munch teenager.
Munching butts.
Yeah, he's just he's like clearly older, kind of an asshole now because he's been under the influence of Jimmy.
Oh, man. They
Um,
turn him?
Yeah, they turned him,
Aw.
and now he's just
I don't like that.
yeah.
Don't turn
Um,
Jimmy. Don't turn Killian.
And then my last one is kind of an inverse of the like finale wedding. I think that Jimmy and Gretchen have an amicable divorce.
Mm.
I
Okay.
think that's what the plot of this last episode is like. They've decided that it's not going to work out, and like they're having a divorce, and they might even be having like a party for it.
Mm.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been married. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm into it. So my number one is I think in this episode, again, we don't know. I feel like so many of the shows that this like whatever season we're on. I was gonna look that up. I forgot. Is it like 9, 8? Anyway. Probably more. I don't know. I don't think it's double digits yet.
Keep predicting and I'll find
So
the answer.
Edgar, I think Edgar is moving out of the house. It seems like maybe he's kind of just mooching there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Jimmy's house, but Edgar's living there. So I think he's moving out, and maybe he's moving out because of Gretchen and Jimmy. I don't know. I have I think Killian is still. I think it's like Jimmy's little best friend.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose it makes sense that he's a little older now. But Jimmy still is his BF. Like they're tight. And then I've got some like bookends. I think we have a wedding at the end, or a wedding in this episode. And then I think we end with a split screen again.
Okay. Cool.
I want it.
Yeah, that implies that I assume the split screen would be between the two main characters, but
Yeah, maybe it's them breaking up.
yeah, because it would imply that they're in two separate places. So
Right.
interesting.
Or maybe it's been a will they, won't they, and they're getting back together. Or at least doing some foot stuff.
Yeah. Hope the feet stuff comes back.
Oh. Prediction 5. Phone foot. What was it?
Foot phone. Footphone.com. Wasn't there like I thought that there was like a rule, and maybe this is a thing that just like Conan made up,
Where is this going?
that like if you like mention a website that like you like have to buy it or something.
What Conan O'Brien said that this is a fact?
Yeah, I thought that I could be thinking of the wrong person, but that it was like Conan like had made a joke about something like footphone.com, and then after the joke he was like, okay, because I mentioned this at NBC, we actually had to buy the address for footphone.com because otherwise people would have gone to it. So like it's another like $20,000 that we spent of like NBC's money. I don't think that's true though. So don't worry. I don't think we need to actually buy footphone.com now.
I'm sure it's a thing. Probably, turn on the safe search before you Google.
Right.
Do not be at work when you search. When
We
you
know
go
what
to
Joe's
foot
getting
phone.
for his birthday. Footphone.com.
It's
Foot phone.
just
It's just a phone that's shaped like a foot.
yeah, that's what I was gonna
smells.
say. It's just
Kinda
gonna be
smells bad.
it's like those lips phones, but
Yeah.
just a foot.
For anyone who is waiting on the edge of their seat, we are in season 9.
Oh,
of
okay.
First and Last.
We are. Oh my
Wow.
god, that's crazy. And I think we only have a few shows left of this season.
That exist. Oh.
That too.
No, more shows. Shows have started and ended during this recording. I'm pretty sure at this rate. Shows are being canceled as we speak. That's for sure.
We can only hope. Yeah.
Should we do
So
it?
yeah, let's watch the last episode. Season 5, episode 13, called Magical Thinking.
Are
I
you
think.
sure?
Maybe not.
No.
Maybe not, because that says episode 10, and this
Yeah,
says
according
that there
to
was
this-
13 episodes. Okay, wait, I had to click see more. Pancakes.
Suddenly.
There we go.
It's called Pancakes. I didn't make that up. It totally sounds like something I would just make up because I couldn't find the title. I don't know.
It really
Pancakes. No one's going to look it up, I promise. Yeah, no, really called Pancakes. We'll see you after that. And we're back from the last episode of You're the Worst, entitled Pancakes. I didn't make that up. It's really called Pancakes. And it actually came into play.
It did.
Yeah. In a nice little way. You got it right up?
Nope.
All
Giving
right.
that up.
Make
Giving
that
it up.
too.
Giving it up for Lent. It's not Lent.
Getting a head start on Lent. Just trying to give something up every week.
Pre-gaming Lent.
That would probably, couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. I don't know. Okay, anyway. It's the day of Jimmy and Gretchen's wedding. Jimmy is still angry at Edgar and wants an apology. Edgar waits in his vehicle just in case Jimmy wants to bail on the wedding. Both Lindsay and Gretchen share their ill will toward Edgar and what he has done to the group, especially Gretchen, who tells Edgar Jimmy will never respect him and that she hates him. Jimmy is mad at Gretchen over her lack of involvement in the wedding, such as not buying her own wedding dress or writing her own vows, and he questions if she really wants to get married. Jimmy then realizes he doesn't want to marry her and leaves. Gretchen follows Jimmy outside and agrees that the ceremony is a fiction because he doesn't know how you can promise to love someone forever. They then leave together and go for pancakes. At the diner, they make a vow that each day they will choose to stay together. Several years later, Jimmy and Gretchen, now with a young daughter, reunite with Edgar and at Lindsay and Paul's wedding, which is at the same venue Jimmy and Gretchen's planned wedding was at. Jimmy forgives Edgar and calls what he did a brave and selfless act. In flash forwards leading up to Lindsay and Paul's wedding, Gretchen has an ultrasound revealing she's pregnant. Gretchen and Jimmy decide their house is too dangerous for children. Edgar moves to New York City. Vernon starts his mobile medical unit, now with a child. Oh, wait, there was a semicolon in there. Vernon starts his mobile medical unit. Now with a child, Paul proposes to Lindsay. Jimmy and Gretchen care for their child. Gretchen cries in bed, feeling overwhelmed. In the present at the diner, Gretchen warns Jimmy that there is still a possibility she might leave and step in front of a train. Then they eat breakfast together. Then the credits roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just first and foremost, I want to say that for as much as I said about the first episode that I like didn't lull that much, and there was a lot of like sex jokes I wasn't into, and like I was turned off by the station of the characters and how they were just terrible for terrible sake. Like this episode was very funny and like very sweet. And like
made a believer out of Joe.
Yeah, I mean, and those are things that I do like, very like sweet shows, like I like all of the shows in like the Michael Schur realm where like there's a kind of care and tenderness to the characters, even if they do bad things. Like clearly cares about the characters, and like this was very much more in that realm, and just I lulled a lot more of other characters in this finale. And they were all funny.
There was, even though it was still so centered around the two. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
Seems like they kind of developed into like a group unit and weren't such like the loner of like everything sucks and we're alone and we're just countercultural, which was nice to see for me.
Reality bites.
Yeah.
But
what did you guys think? You liked it too, or?
Yeah, I think obviously it goes with the territory of a podcast like this if we have no backstory. However, I felt like really lost. Like there was a lot of referencing of even maybe things that happened like an episode before this. I don't know.
Probably.
But there was a lot of like backstory that I felt like I needed. However, still was able to enjoy the like wrap up. Pacing was a lot better for me in this episode.
Yeah. It was very different. I mean, and maybe, it's not that uncommon with shows that we do, although this is FX. It's not like I was going to say like shows that we've done that are like Showtime and like HBO, where those like first episodes for some reason are super sex heavy. Like that's how they need to sell the show. You know what I mean? Like when we watched like Californication, it was just like like boob, sex, boobs, like just nonstop. Like shows like that, it's like they're so sex forward. That's not a coffee drink, or anyway. It's not an alcohol botanical. What are we doing?
Heavy on the sex to get you hooked.
Super heavy on the sex just to get people watching. And yeah, this wasn't any of that. It was way more in depth than the characters.
Yeah. There were still irreverent jokes. Like there's a bit about the Lindsay, who is Gretchen's best friend, and maid of honor made a song for Gretchen for her wedding called "The good. Last Dick," and like.
And she sang a verse.
Yeah, I mean, like they mentioned it early, and like she kind of tells her the gist of it about like how like I mentioned all your ex-boyfriends and stuff like that or something, and like it just kind of plays as just like a one-off joke, and it's funny in itself. And then later, like, she does actually get to sing part of the song. She sings a verse of it, and it's
totally
great.
pays off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've totally did disservice to Lindsay after the pilot. We forgot all about. That's how Gretchen is involved in this whole crew. Is that she's Lindsay's friend, and Lindsay was the bride from the wedding in the pilot.
No. Lindsay was the sister of the bride in the pilot.
That's what I said in my brain.
Yeah.
Not out loud. Which then that lady, Becca, was then in this.
Yeah.
Of course, they invited her to this wedding.
Right?
And she was apparently pregnant and telling everyone that she was
Squishy.
squishy, which meant pregnant horny, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michelle, can you confirm?
No.
Is that a term you would use?
That is so weird.
But her husband, Vernon, right? That's the same guy who was
Yeah.
was Jimmy's fill-in best man.
Yeah.
Yep. Because Edgar was out in the car waiting to take him.
His
away.
roommate Edgar, it seemed like, had told Jimmy maybe in the episode before that, like, you shouldn't get married. And now he's kind of uninvited from the wedding. Because, of course, if you're going to say, like, hey, I don't really agree with the reason for this wedding, like, yeah.
You probably shouldn't come.
But, yeah, he has a funny bit where he is not invited to the wedding, but he shows up to bring Jimmy the rings, and then he kind of just stays in his parked car listening to a true crime podcast.
Like you do.
Yeah, just with the thought that, like, maybe Jimmy will want to, like, get out of there, so he'll hang out until he needs to go. But yeah, that's just a real.
And even after, so Jimmy doesn't tell Gretchen that all this has happened. So she's asking, like, where's Edgar? And then Lindsay lets it slip or whatever, tells her that, oh yeah, by the way, Vernon is the best man now. Edgar doesn't think you should get married. And then Gretchen goes into his Jeep in the parking lot, tells him off, and is like, the description said, is like, he hates you. He will never respect you. Leave now. And he's like, looks super freaked out and like drives away. But then like she walks away and he just backs right back up.
Yeah, he just backs.
Turns
He
the
did
car
that like
off.
a couple times.
Turns
like,
the,
someone told him to leave earlier, and then he was like, okay, and so he like pulls away and then just backs up, parks, and then it's still there.
Man, what a guy. In it for the long haul.
Oh, my other favorite part of this episode was Ben Folds.
Oh, man.
Ben Folds getting drunk at this pre-wedding reception.
As Ben Folds.
As himself. That was great.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
It took us a second to be like, is that Ben Folds?
Yeah. Everyone was
someone,
looking at him like, that's familiar. And once he spoke, I was like, yeah. That's Ben Folds.
And then everybody addressed him as his full name, Ben Folds.
Then that really assured
the rest of the episode, which was great.
Man, he's great. Is he like in things? He must be acting in
Should
things.
do more acting as
It's
himself.
fantastic.
It's funny, yeah.
Very good.
It has Ben Folds. So I'm assuming that like they work him in at some point. I did look at like the full series cast list, and he's in a few episodes.
Oh, cool.
So
I wonder if
he must be on like
Gretchen,
the label.
yeah, like represents him.
That makes sense.
That would be
I can
dope.
see that.
Yeah.
Oh, and the three guys.
Oh yeah.
The guy from the cast list, it looks like his name is Sam Dresden, is the artist.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then his two like posse guys.
Yeah, his entourage.
Who are Shit Stain, which I thought that was just like he was calling him a shit stain in the pilot. That's his name.
That's his name.
Okay.
And then Honey Nuts 2.
Cool.
Nuts with a Z. Nuts.
Honey Nuts too.
Nuts.
Man. Yeah. And they were great. So then there was so the all the flash forward stuff was at Lindsay's wedding to this guy Paul,
who was her husband from before.
Oh, okay. So they were like divorced.
And then got remarried.
Okay. That makes sense because based on their conversation.
Yeah.
But cuz she came to Jimmy and Gretchen's wedding with another guy whose name was Wallace, who worked at a froyo place. And he is Bill, who is fake Charles in all of he's like only in the Brooklyn Nine-Nine heist episodes.
That's
as Charles's like body double. and he was in the finale, so I'm sure you recognize him, Joe.
It's okay, John. That's a deep cut.
Real deep.
That's the only thing I've ever seen that guy in. But then Paul, the ex-husband, is in Drunk History a bunch. I wrote his name down. Paul is Alan McLeod is his name, and he's definitely one of the better people who does that. He's the one who gets like drunk and tells the story.
Gives some history.
I assume they're all just like comedians. I'm sure he just does stand up.
Yeah.
Very funny guy.
I just want to touch on the end, because we talked about a lot of what the jokes were, but like just like the sweet part of it was they end up deciding that they shouldn't get married, because they're just not really feeling they still haven't come around on like the concept of marriage, I guess. They're still a little bit cynical about that, but they decide to stay together, and they're kind of just talking about like, well, what is that? What does that mean? And for them, it means that like there's no commitment here. We're just waking up each day and like deciding to stay together, which I think is, kind of sweet and like, totally works for like these like characters and is true to them while still, it still gives them like kind of like a happy, sweet ending. Yeah. And they like ditch their own party and like go to this restaurant to get like pancakes and like an omelet, and like the very last shot is of them, their food comes and they just like just chomp into their food, which is just great to see. A lot of times in shows you don't really see them eat their food, but like they're taking like just the biggest bites of pancakes and eggs and bacon.
Yeah, it was a little bit Avengers and the post credit scene, they're eating the shawarma. Yeah, it was great. I feel like but wait a minute though, because in the
flash
jump forward, they're not like staying together, and she says she's like, or he like asks how her hotel is, and she said she got somebody's phone number.
Yeah, it's unclear to me.
Yeah.
It's unclear.
Okay. He said something about selling his house. They have
she said
it
kid. Doesn't belong to us anymore. He's
like,
it's not our house anymore. So making it seem like that was.
Okay, yeah. They do have a kid together.
They do have a kid. Clear. And he said, how is the hotel? Implying that like she's staying at a hotel and they're not staying together.
Right.
Yeah.
So and maybe just that day they woke up and decided not to choose each other.
But it was unclear to all of us for a little bit that we had flashed forward.
Yes, that was
the weird. First flash forward was very subtle.
Yeah. And it was made
until they flashed back.
I mean, there was some facts like they had a child that then showed you, but then when they flashed back, I was like, okay, this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, because at first it was like, because I mean, Gretchen's clearly in her wedding dress in like the present day, and then it was like when you see her in the flash forward, it's like, wait a second, she changed dresses.
Yeah.
That was kind of the first clue, and then the kid shows up, which
you're like, oh.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. I mean, because like, when you're on the married side of things, you're like, that's what marriage is, though.
You have to choose it every day.
I was like, you can still choose. You still have to choose each other.
Pretty high rate.
Yeah. That's, we live in the real world where you like, even if you're making a commitment forever, that like there's a chance it might not last forever.
But
so you're still working at it and choosing it every day.
It's an important part of the scenario. Yeah.
But I thought his like little speech about like, what if we just call it this, and then they're like, we just choose each other. I thought that was kind of sweet.
Yeah.
It was nice. But yeah, I agree. It's like, that's just marriage. You're just not signing a piece of paper and making it.
Which I feel like is like what a lot of people are choosing.
Yeah.
Today,
Kids these days.
Millennials, can you believe it?
Ugh.
It's like they don't even want that tax write-off. You just love the government so much and give them all your money.
Yeah.
Well, what?
Huh?
I choose
What?
you,
Excuse me. What?
Pikachu.
Is that me?
Yeah.
My
It's
Pikachu.
not Joe. I choose you as a friend, Joe.
You
But-
choose the listeners.
I do
Yeah,
think.
I choose you, listeners. Thank you. Thanks for choosing me.
Yeah, we don't thank the listeners enough.
Yeah,
Thanks.
they don't get enough
Thanks,
props.
Garrett, for suggesting this show probably in 2019.
Oh, yeah, when the show initially ended.
Oops.
I think what I think about is like because I like the finale so much and dislike the pilot so much, like how do I begin if I wanted to watch more of this show? At what point do I pick up and trust that I'm going to like it from there? Or do I just churn through the beginning knowing that I'm probably going to like it as it gets better or as it gets going?
Yeah.
I could see it both ways. I could see that first episode is a little bit of a standalone in its, in the way that it's presented. Just because it's the one night stand like scenario. After that, all that
Can be whatever it wants to be.
none of that. It's not special anymore.
Yeah, right. You're not going to have.
It's not novel.
Yeah.
There's no second night stand. That's not a saying,
Yeah.
is it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of that classic. Like someone tells you about the show and they're like, "Oh, give it a couple episodes and then you'll get into it." Like
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know you're gonna like it more at the end. So then, maybe just suffer through a little bit.
Yeah. Trust it a little bit.
Yeah, trust the process.
They're pretty short episodes. They're like 30 minutes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Short episodes, 13 episode seasons, and only 5 seasons. So
Yeah, you could burn through
FX,
some
man.
burn through some sods pretty fast.
Yeah.
I will say, like I didn't think about this until in the finale. Is that these Stephen Falk shows, they are looking at characters that you don't necessarily like, like they're all characters with a lot of stuff
What were the
going
other
on.
ones? It was Weeds
Like
and
Weeds. So like she's just a bag of crazy,
Mhm.
and then Orange is the New Black.
Mm,
Literally,
yeah.
she's just gone to prison. It's
Mhm.
like, it's definitely dark takes, dark humor takes on stuff. So
and like what's the word I'm looking
if you're
for?
into that,
I don't want to say like damaged, but flawed characters.
yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't we all?
I don't know, you're like talking, but I can't stop thinking about Pancakes. Like he had like a big old fat stack
Yeah, those looked really good.
and just like poured all this syrup on it, and I'm just like, yeah.
I could do some pancakes.
Although I'm weird when I do my pancakes because I don't like them to like get soggy, so I don't pour the syrup over the top. I kind of just like to dribble it over the side,
A
like a little bit at a
You
time,
you're a dipper.
and then I kind of dip it on the side.
Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's kind of a game changer. You just surround them in like a moat of
Yes.
syrup.
Yeah, and then just kind of dip off the side.
Because I love a good dip, but that's because I've poured so much syrup on that there is a moat also.
It's already soaked and you're still dipping it.
Or like, you put the one pancake down, you cover it, you put the second, it's like a Big Mac,
Oh,
but with syrup.
I've never tried to do that.
All beef syrup.
Wow.
Special syrup.
It's with special syrup.
Lettuce and syrup.
And yeah.
On a syrup seed bun.
Yeah, there's still seeds.
Oh. There's still sesame
You
seeds.
still gotta have sesame seeds. That's what makes it.
Ew.
I don't know why that's so weird.
Oh.
I did have some waffles this morning
Mm.
and some bananas and poured some syrup on there and there's some Ready Whip in the fridge. Put a little dollop on.
Hell yeah.
I was living
why not?
life.
Living the dream.
No rules.
This is what being an adult is like,
Eat whatever you want.
What dessert do I want to eat for breakfast this morning? All right, how did you guys do?
I don't know.
Yeah, Michelle, you started, I think, last time.
Said they were getting married, and they were.
Yeah, they were.
Point for me. I said that Edgar was going to be the minister. It was the opposite of that. It was the opposite of...
I mean, he was technically the best man.
Yeah, but that's not the minister.
No.
And he got demoted, so
yeah,
no points for me on that one. I said someone will wear a funny hat. I did not make note of any funny hats.
I don't remember.
I feel like I would have remembered.
Yeah.
There was not any hat notable enough to remember, so thus, no points. But 1 point for me. Whole episode was about a wedding.
Well done.
Yay.
That's better than all three of us did last week.
Yeah.
You made more points than we all did.
Already got the top score. I had Gretchen has a driver's license, which she was nowhere near a car.
She was in Edgar's car.
Yeah, she was given a ride to the venue, but yeah, that was it.
Inconclusive.
Jimmy wrote a new book.
Seemed like he was doing stuff.
Yeah. I don't think it's enough to give me a point, but there was at least a point in the montage where he was reading a book, and I
thought Edgar said something about I read your blah blah blah, so.
Yeah, and in the montage, he was reading a book to a nursing Gretchen, and young baby, and Gretchen's dad at the wedding said something about a movie falling through, maybe he'd written a screenplay or something.
So
I can give you half a point for that.
For the spirit of a book.
Yeah.
Book spirit.
For writing, he wrote something.
Okay.
He's a writer.
Sure, I'll take a half point there.
I have
nice. I have that Jimmy's kid neighbor is a butt munch teenager. Did we confirm? We saw a character at the wedding that we were like, is that the kid?
I looked it up and I already forgot, but I'm pretty sure it is. Yes. He was in a Navy uniform.
Yeah, a military
uniform.
That
was kind of a throw.
I would say that's not what I meant. He's
not
He's listed in the episode, but I think that was his only thing.
Yeah.
I was picturing him being a little dweeb.
Yeah.
He looks wild. He does not look like the same person.
Yeah.
He looks like he's in a boy band.
Wow, look at that chin.
A boy band from the early 2000s.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's got
I need
bangs.
to know what his moisturizer is. That's some nice complexion.
I think he's got a lot of makeup on.
Well,
it's very shiny.
Shane Francis Smith. It's his name.
That's a child actor's name for sure.
It's just so smooth.
3 names.
So I'm gonna say no point for that. My last one was that Jimmy and Gretchen have an amicable divorce. Kind of in spirit.
Had they been married,
it
would have been an amicable divorce for sure.
It kind of seemed like in that flash forward that they were amicably split. But yeah, since they never got married, I wouldn't call that an amicable divorce. So,
yeah.
So yeah,
the spirit was there for sure.
Half point for book spirit, I guess.
Nice, nice.
Spirit of the book.
Okay. I had Jimmy still has got his kid Killian BF. Yeah, he just had the one line. Obviously he's involved, but not as tight as maybe.
He's invited to the wedding.
He's not in the wedding party or something.
Yeah.
I had Edgar moving out, but it seemed like he was already out.
Yeah, I don't know if it happened in this episode.
I guess with the flash forward is because when they were talking about the house selling and stuff, that was the flash forward, and Edgar was there and he was living in New York. But yeah, wasn't really. It probably happened the episode before with the fallout and the fight. But at this point, we don't know. But then my next one was wedding. So check.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was hoping they were going to have some split screen action. Didn't get it.
No. They ended the
Just had
episode
breakfast.
side by side.
Yeah.
Wasn't the split
Yeah.
screen,
But they were
it was
together.
but they were
time.
together. It was side by side.
And no weird feet stuff that we saw. So I got one.
Woo!
All right, not bad. Not bad.
Hey, pretty good. A pretty
Pretty
good
good.
episode, guys. That was the highest scoring we've had in quite a while. 2.5.
We're on a roll.
Yes.
At this rate, we're gonna
We
be.
just
Told
had
ya.
to ditch Josh. That was all we needed.
Told you I'd get us back on track.
Yeah, he's bringing the team down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a positive review for
Yeah.
You're the Worst. Yeah, I think I'm definitely. Maybe I'll do a weird thing where maybe I'll start from the end and just
And
Go-
like reverse.
Go backwards.
go
Reverse
backwards.
engineer the show.
And then when I stop liking it, then I'll just stop watching it.
Oh man.
And then it'll be
The
like, oh yeah,
first sex
I watched
scene.
the last 2 seasons, but then when I got to
Like,
season 3, I was like, I don't know.
Man,
Yeah.
that is wild.
After the first episode, I was like, I have no desire to watch any more of this TV show.
Yeah.
And but after that finale, I was like, I'd like to see how we kind of ended up here.
Yeah. A lot of jokes that I
Yeah.
liked.
Excellent.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Well done.
So yeah, check it out if you've never seen it. Apparently it's a secret show, but popular enough or made enough fake Hulu cash or FX cash to merit its existence. So yeah, otherwise, we do one of these pods every week and we're always looking for shows. So if you have show suggestions or complaints about this show,
Or this podcast.
or this podcast in general, or just complaints about the world, we'll help you out.
Yeah,
We'll at least
life.
we'll listen.
Marriage.
Yeah, if you got some things to work
You
out,
got hot takes.
I can't promise that we'll solve them, but we're here to listen. We're here for you, bud.
No, they're here to listen. We're here to talk.
We're here to hear
You've got it
something.
Yeah,
backwards.
that's you just listen. We'll email you.
Tweet us on the grams and email us
Check
at
your
Facebook.
email. Check your email right now, listeners. You've got an incoming.
But if you'd like to flip that around and tell us what to do, we're at FNL Podcast at Gmail. Also FNL Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, Chat Roulette,
What?
Ooh, Zynga.
Ooh.
Zanga.
That's my favorite.
Do you have a Zanga?
I did.
You did?
I don't assume. Is that still a website?
Here's the thing. It's not, but I got away.
You got some dark web.
I got some dark web.
Why are you
got-
winking so much?
Zanga and footphone.com over there.
Man, the
I did a
phone.
weird kind of like serial killer type thing. Not serial killer. Maybe it is serial killer
Now
type
who's
thing.
killing people, Joe?
Yeah.
Stop time.
So I found a way. I don't want to spoil the way that I did this, but I found a way. It's not even a very technical. Like I'm sure you could figure out how to do this, but Zanga is dead, but there's a way you can find a few pages of people's Zangas online. So I found like my own, and it was incredibly embarrassing. But then from there, found some of my friends too, and I just texted them the link.
Yes.
And the reactions to these texts are just like, no, fuck. Like I thought this was
I
gone.
Do not consent.
We need to find Josh's.
Oh god.
There's stuff on there that only exists there.
Okay. Well,
Dun dun dun.
after we're done here, I'll share with you my dark web techniques.
Amazing.
But yeah, so find our secret Zanga, email us there, and give us 2 e-props. And yeah, otherwise just keep listening and go back through our entire back catalog and listen to all the episodes you missed. Otherwise, like and subscribe, smash that 5 stars. We'll see you next week.
Bye. Watch out.